Today we're going to talk about the preview pane on Replit. Now, this might seem straightforward, but there's actually more to it than meets the eye. So what is the preview pane? Well, when you run your application, we do this thing called preview it, and you might see this if you're running agent as well. This application I have in front of me just takes an image and basically dithers it or pixelates it and allows you to control some other interesting elements and colors with that pixelation. But this preview pane is your application running on Replit. Now, because Replit runs in the cloud, it works a little differently than some other tools you might be familiar with. If you've ever built something locally, for example, you might know it runs on localhost. That's not the case on Replit. But the cool thing is that because this is running in the browser, this is running in the cloud, you get a live URL every time you run your application. The amazing thing about this URL is that you can access it anywhere. So say I wanted to scan this code with my phone and see my app live on my device. Again, because this is a development preview, I can see my app on my phone, which is really neat. Again, the preview pane basically is a window. So that means you can access this URL anywhere. If I click that URL directly, I'm going to open this in a new tab, and the app works exactly as I'd expect. Some other neat things about the preview pane: you can adjust the screen size, for example, to see what this app would look like on mobile. For example, doing this on the iPhone 12, I can see I might need to make some adjustments. You can also do things like view the development console, which is a useful tool when you're debugging your application or logging information to kind of see what's going on, as well as open the tool in the browser, or for certain agent apps, change the theme of your application. But again, the preview pane is just exposing your app's development URL. But the cool thing about an app that's running on Replit is that you can access this URL temporarily anytime the app's running. Once the app stops running, that URL is no longer available. So if you want to share your app with your friends, you'll have to deploy it. But this has been Previews on Replit. Until next time, peace.